Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Oh, exciting. I'm part of various different swap groups, which I absolutely love. And most recently, we did a swap which was called a loaded pocket. So basically, you send out a whole pile of little sort of handmade bits and pieces and things that people can use to make their own projects and things. So I got this lovely little embossing folder. I think it's absolutely lovely. I've printed it out, so we've got these two to work with. And all of these lovely bits, which I'm going to sort of go through as we work. And I thought I would make some tags with some of them, because I thought, you know what, you can't have enough tags. I'm going around to see my daughter-in-law shortly, and I always sort of take bits and pieces and stuff round, and I know they love tags. So I thought, right, I've got all of these ones that are left over that I haven't done anything with. Let's do some tags with them. So I just love this. I think this is beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it so that it comes tag shape to go over the top of this one. So let me, easiest way of doing this is to, let's just put it on like this. I can glue it on first, can't I? So I don't need to worry about faffing about with other things. Got some glue here. So these are just going to be ideas for you. So this is, oh, I've got two from on that side. That's good. I'm just going to glue on here, just up to this bit, like that. Then I can take this and just put it on like this. So I want to make sure that it comes up, and obviously because it's white, it's not going to matter hugely. So I can then use some scissors and I can cut this out. I'm just going to go around the edges. Around this bit. Just around that little edge like that. Okay, so we then have this on the front of it. Now, have we got enough to do? I've got several of these, haven't I? I've put twos and froms on the back of all of these. Very well organised. Okay, I think I'm going to do another one, just having a piece of it, and then we'll have something else down on that side. Not quite sure what yet, but I'm sure I can put something on. So let's just glue this to just take it down to about there. So I just need to glue up to there, don't I? Let's do this. And I can put this one on like that. So this is, you know, I love doing tags. I think tags are great things to do, and you can do them any time of the year as well. It doesn't have to be just for Christmas, but you know, obviously tags for Christmas, we go through, I don't know about you, but I go through hundreds, well, not hundreds, but lots and lots of tags. You know, whether it's for putting something on a friend's gift or something like that. And I've still got that little piece on there, but I think I'm going to leave that for now. So what else have I got in my little goodie box? I've got all of these lovely things. So I've got some bows and some bits and pieces like that I can use for embellishments. So that's going to be good. I'm going to use those pieces up. So let's have a look at these ones. Lovely little Christmas tree. That's a gingerbread man. That's really nice, isn't it? That can go on to one. And then there's these cute little things that have been I think she's cut them out, die cut them and cut them out. No idea what they're from, but I love those. I think they're really cute. So we'll use some of those. There's a nice little stamp. This is from Dough Craft Create Christmas. Craft it, stamp it, colour it. And it is a heart with a little snowflake on, 2 little snowflakes, and with love. So that's quite a nice one as well. We might use that. That's nice. She's embossed and put that on there. So yes, lots and lots and lots to put on there. Now I think I'm going to start and finish one at a time. So this, I want to colour it through in something. So I'm going to use a sponge dauber, and I'm going to use what colours do we want for Christmas? Do I want it red? Red doesn't come out particularly well. It sort of comes out more pinky. I'm going to go for a green. And I've just got a sponge dauber out. And then I'm going to go for a nice sort of sharpish green. So this is Granny Apple Green, which is quite a nice sort of mid-tone of green. And I'm just going to just sponge over this so that you have so you can see you've got different colour tones coming through, and I'm literally just going right the way over it so that the raised bits look more raised, but it's coming in underneath as well, because that's what I want to happen with it. Oh, I like this. Very nice. Very nice little embossing folder. I do like embossing folders. Okay, so that's my nice little background piece. Do I do the top bit of it? No, I'm keeping the top as it is. So that's my green one. But what I want to do is I'm going to put some, while it's still wet, I'm going to put Luscious on it instead of, I could have put gilding wax, but I'm going to put some Luscious. I need, sorry, reaching across, but I need a little brush that is going to brush it off. So let's just take a bit like that, put it in like that. And then what I want to do is I want to brush this across so that it comes over the top like this. These are lovely. I know quite a few of you have asked about them, but they are, if you do it while your ink is wet, obviously it will stick to the ink, and then you get this lovely gold tone coming through. So you can see how pretty that is with all the gold. And as I say, it doesn't, if you just sort of use a stiff brush like that while the ink is still wet, it just goes on there, and I think it looks beautiful. Now I'm going to show you what they are. I'm going to put a few more on, I think, on something. Let's just put what I've got in here back. It's going to stick in the top of the lid. Okay, they are called Luscious Pigment Powder. They're by Indigo Blue, and this is gold. Now I have a 20% discount code, so if you use my name Jane20 on your checkout, you'll get 20% off. So that's a little saving, which I think is quite good. Now while I'm at it, I'm going to do this one, and again I need to make sure that I've put something on here so that it is wet, because it's a powder. So unless you've got something for it to adhere to, and while your ink is wet, you can put it on and it works really well. So again, I can just do this side like this. I think I've done it the other way around on this one. I don't know whether I've, oh, maybe not. And then I'm going to just do it over on here as well, off the side, down on the bottom here. I'm doing these quickly. You'd spend more time, but it's giving you ideas and inspiration. You know, we're nearly at Christmas, and it's that thing that, you know, if you want some extra ideas, then that's what I'm hopefully going to bring you, so that you've got just a little bit of extra inspiration before Christmas. And as I keep turning around and saying, I do love your comments. Please keep your comments coming. They're lovely. If you're new to my channel, then, you know, hello and welcome. I'm quite quirky. I do it as it is, warts and all. So you'll sometimes see, you know, things that don't quite go quite right, things that do go right, and anything sort of in between. So, you know, I'm somebody who tries to keep it real, but I also, you know, enjoy crafting along, and then you get a chance to craft with me at the same time. Sorry, I'm dithering because I'm just looking to see what I want to put on this. I've got quite a few. Let me see what else I've got. These are too big. Even that robin's too big, and that's too big. So I'm using these little pieces that I've got so far, because I want to get those out of the way. There's little tags and things that I've been given in here as well, but those are the little pieces. So let me have a look and see. I quite like Father Christmas like that, I think. I could put, this is where I dither, where I don't know quite what I'm going to put. Maybe I put bow on there. That's quite nice, isn't it? That's more sort of traditional. So we could put that on there. That actually will work quite well, I think. So I'm just going to, there you see somebody who's exactly the same as me does cutting out of odd bits of the back of things, so which works really well. I'm somebody who does exactly the same. So this is one of hers, which the idea of a stuffed pocket is that you use all the things in it. So I'm just going to put this in like that. That can come across on there. Make sure that's glued in, and that will make just one little tag. So that's quite cute. I do like the little snowman, so I'm just going to put the snowman in on the bottom. It's me going quiet because I'm gluing. So we'll have the little snowman in down here, like that, which I like. And then I've got a snowflake. Do I put a snowflake on top? Yes, that will work, won't it? Now, I wonder if that will glue. I might have to do it with more of sort of a wet glue, but we'll try, because this glue is normally pretty good. Sometimes you have to leave it for a little while, but that's no problem. I can leave it. And the best idea is to put something like a book or something over the top of it, because then it will seal in quite well. So I'm just going to glue all of these bits in here, and then we'll pop that one in just like that. And as I say, we'll glue on there. So that's cute. Did I glue him on? Yes, I did. So we've got two little cute tags out of those. They're nice. Okay, put those to one side while they dry. This has sort of got most things on. I don't think I really need that much on there, do I? Maybe a little tree. That little tree work? I think it will. Has it still got any glue on it? No, it's got two. Obviously it's come off of something, so that's fine. Let's put that on there. Because this is what we call recycling at its best. So that's literally just going to have that on there. Need to wait for it to dry. And that one can go in on there. So that's the third one. Okay, now What have we got on here? We've got, oh, I've got some papers and things, haven't I? So let's have a little look. These have got to go for bigger things because they won't fit on a tag. That will fit on a tag. That will fit on a tag. That's sort of for a tag. That's a tag that she's done, which is rather fun. I like that one. That's a little one as well. Might do something with that. It's winter time. That's kind of nice, isn't it? And I can put these on bigger tags, which I think will be quite good. Special delivery from Santa. Gift tracker. That's a good idea, isn't it? To put gifts on. These are post-it. So that's a money wallet or gift card holder. And again, little envelope done like that, which is fun. This is what I wanted. So let's have a look at some of these. That's quite a nice one. Silvery grey. Blue's quite nice. That's quite nice with the reindeers, but you'd have to get it so that the reindeer was right on there. And that's quite, I think I'm going to use the this one, because that's quite a nice one, isn't it? So I'm going to have this with a little bit of a board around, I think. So let me work out, I can't remember what size this was. Let me get my, I think they're 2 inches, aren't they? In fact, I'm sure they're 2 inches because it's 2 inches to go through that punch. So I need to take this at 1 3/4. So let's just cut this down at 1 3/4 to 1 3/4 is that one, isn't it? Line that up. So that's that one. And then we'll take that in, quite what size that's, take it to there. It's going to be 3.5. Let's do it at 3.5. It's to there. So that should come in on that one. Yep, just. And are we going to get this one out of this one? That'll work actually. So I'm going to do one in another paper. So we're showing different, I'm showing you different ones. I'm going to try this reindeer. So what did we say? 1 3/4. 1 3/4 is there, isn't it? So does that come? Oh yes, that's okay. 1 3/4, and then that's got to come in. I'm just going to do it sort of half-ish in my eyesight. So because I think that's going to be better like that. So I've just sort of roughly cut it. Oh. Might have been quite accurate for a change. That's not like me, is it? Okay, so that's a couple of pieces of this pattern paper. So this one is going to work quite nicely. Let's put him in on here. That's come out a bit wider, but never mind, that'll do. So all I want to do is to just put this straight in on here. And I'm just trying to use up all sorts of bits and bobs. And it's the same as you, whatever you've got in your basket of scraps and things. This, as I say, is from this crafty, sorry, I'm concentrating to get it. This crafty swap that I was in. So that's quite nice for one. That's the other one, which is the same sort of size. Is that? That's exactly the same as well. So this must have been 1 3/4 across, which again is, you know, quite often I will make the bits of tags and things out of the scraps that I've got left. So the tags can be different sizes. So that's fine. Whoops, Make sure that comes down at the bottom straight. Start at the bottom. Make sure we go up. That's better. Okay, so we've got 2 here like that. And then we've got these ones. This is a long one and this is not quite as long one. And I don't know whether, I think that might actually be too long, but we'll see. So I'm going to put this in on here. So take that to the bottom. Take it in that way. That's just come off a little. Has it come off at the bottom? No, it's just about okay, I think. Maybe a tiny little bit there. Just a little teeny weeny snippety one. Okay, and then this one on here. Which can come in that way. Okay, so that's these 4. So what are we going to do with these? I quite like this as well, actually. I might just put this on here and have that as a tag, because that's quite nice, isn't it? Let's just give that a bit of a glue, because that goes perfectly on there. There we go. So that's a quick and easy one. Okay, so on here we could have just, do I want him on there? Do I want him on there? Do I want him on, I think in there, because he's sort of that right size, isn't he? So let's have him. Oh, now is it a peel off? Oh, it is. Look at this. There we are. Just shows, I don't know. So that peels off of there. And then that can go straight in on there like that. Quite cute, isn't it? Okay, oops, put all my bits up. They're sliding along. I've got some plastic things, so they're not very good. Now I've got a bow on this one, haven't I? So I could put the bow just down at the bottom underneath the reindeer. Might be quite nice. Let's do that. Or I could put this star, which is, now I'm going to put the star on the other one, I think. So let's have this one. Put some glue in. And as I say, I'm going to leave these to just dry off. So that can go in on here, down on the bottom. Oops, like that, and put that on there till it's dried off. This one, because I haven't got, I've got the front of him there, haven't I? So I could just put, let's put this one, and put a bit of glue on the back of this. It's not quite as tacky as it probably should be. Unless that's another one that should have come off. No, it isn't. Okay, so I'm just going to put there. That looks quite Scandinavian, doesn't it? The that colour and that colour. That'll work nicely on there. I quite like him. I've just put him as he is. I think he's quite cute. Or do I have the funny Santa? No, I think I'm going to have him. And I'm not colouring him in because I think they look quite nice sometimes in just black and white. So you don't have to do, these obviously have been embossed and beautifully cut out. Really lovely little fussy cutting. So I'm quite lucky with that. But that looks quite nice there, just like that. Now I could put bits of ribbon or something like that in on the top. I'm not quite sure yet. Okay, so how are we doing? We've got just a few more of these, which are quite sort of neutrally ones, aren't they? What are we going to do with those? I did quite like these. I've just got these 2 pieces to go, haven't I? So I've got this. I can put this one on here, but that's beige. I need to do it in a crumb cake. Have I got crumb cake out? Yes, I have. Right, bear with me a second while I just put that ink away. Okay, this is my crumb cake. So what I'm going to do with this is get myself a brown sponge dauber, or crumb cake sponge dauber, whatever inks you've got. It's sort of a neutrally brown, like a craft coloured ink. That can go in on there. And then all I'm going to do is to do the whole of this in the craft, because then I can get a couple out of it. Might even get more than that. I might be able to cut it into 4. Don't know whether 4 will be too small. We can just see once we've got round it. But you can see how when you have an embossing folder, and as I say, this is a tiny weeny little one. I've no idea where she got it from. Really quite sweet. Might even have been free in a magazine or something. Quite often they do little ones, don't they? But really lovely. It embosses beautifully. So it just shows you don't have to spend an awful lot. You know, you can get really lovely crafty bits and pieces without spending too many pennies. Okay, right, so that's that on there. I might have to add a little bit more. So let me see on here. If I cut this into, if I cut it into 4, I'm going to do it with scissors actually, I think, because I think that's going to be easier to do it, because I'm not quite sure on, oh, I've got a bit of sticky on there. So if I cut that roughly in half that way, like that, and we'll cut this roughly in half there. It's going to go right through those two, but that's fine. And do exactly the same with those. Okay, then I want to use some of the I want it a bit darker than crumb cake, I think, round the sides, or it might be okay. Let's try one with crumb cake, but I might want to do it with, no, it needs to be done with the darker one because I want it to stand out a bit more. So let me just grab this up, and I'm hoping I'm not going to shake the camera, which I normally do. Okay, this is a darker brown. So this is a, what's this, baked brown sugar. So that's a darker one. I can still use that sponge dauber. But by doing that with a bit of luck, that will, yes, that's better. You just want the darkness round the side of this, because then that gives it that sort of craft look. We can get this around here. Okay, so that's going to be one. That's going to work perfectly. Right, so we can get 4 of these out, can't we? Just go around the edges of this. I'll take this on here. Take it down on here. That's 2. See if I can do 2 at a time. Can I do 2 at a time? You never know. Just trying to do it as quickly as I can. That's definitely that one. No, you can't get 2. Trying to save a bit of time here, but it doesn't doesn't really work, does it? You just have to do it. And as I've always said, if you haven't got the time to sit and watch it all, then watch little bits and come back to it, or as I say, just fast forward through the bits that you're not as interested in. Okay, so what I need to do is I've got to keep this out because I think I'm going to need to do, let's put this on, put this one in on here. So that's one. They're the other ones. Two. Three. Whoops, I nearly did that with glue. Oh, I did want to do it with glue, didn't I? Gracious me, again, completely confused there. I have the sponge dauber in front of me and I'm thinking I need to sponge around the edges of this craft card. But that's going to come in on the centre, so that's 3. That's 4. I've got 2 left to do, but I think I will leave those for another time because otherwise this video will go on way, way, way too long, and I'll be put that in like that to make sure that you can see me down here. Yes, you can. I've tried to move the camera down a bit because I tend to work slightly away from the screen, so, or away from the desk, and sometimes I know that I'm a bit off camera. So okay, so now I'm going to take this and we're going to go round the edges like this. Okay, that's one. So I wonder how all your preparations for Christmas are going. Have you got everything ready and sorted and prepared for the big day? Do you spend it on your own? Do you spend it with family? You know, let me know in the comments because I love to know how you all celebrate and do things in everywhere around the world, and you know, all my viewers from the UK that do the traditional turkey, or do you have goose? I know lots of people are having goose as a different thing, and some people just have chicken because they don't like turkey and they don't like goose. Or are you having a ham, or are you having fish, or are you vegetarian and having a really nice nut roast or something like that? I remember one year I did an absolutely delicious, it was keep the red colour and the green colour. You put layers in a bowl of spinach and red pepper and then chestnuts, and sort of build it up in sort of like a pudding bowl or whatever, and flatten it and squash it and keep it flat, and then turn it upside down. You put lots of other bits and pieces in, and you've got this lovely brightly coloured thing with a lovely rich cranberry jelly gravy. Oh my goodness, it was absolutely delicious. Right, so that's those. Again, they look quite plain, but I think, you see, I think he would look lovely on there, and I'm just going to stick him straight in on the middle. Now I could do some stamping over the top of this. What have I got on here now? Would this, oh, I know, I've got these little snowflakes, haven't I? Let's do these. I'm trying to use everything from this this little set that or all of the things that I was given, so I've no idea how well they work, but let's take these little snowflakes out, pop them on a block. Let's move those sponge daubers up out of the way. Here's a little block, that's what I want them on. That's that one, and that's the other one. Now, do I do them in, I need to do them tone on tone, so I'm going to do them in the crumb cake. Let me just grab my crumb cake out again. Make sure I don't knock the camera with a bit of luck. Okay, I'm going to try it with the crumb cake because I think that will probably go better. So, because I say it's just a little bit boring. Excuse me. So let's just, oh yes, they're nice. Now I could obviously emboss these, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to dot these about. And you can see this is, I'm doing 4 now at a time, that you can do bulk making if you want to. I'm using the same one each time. I could have, there's another one in this set, but I think that's a little bit smaller, isn't it? I'm just going to put that on there and see if I can see if there's any that I need to put down in on here. Maybe like this. Just sort of adding a few other of the little ones. There we go. Okay, so that's quite fun. So that's just added a little bit of stamping, so it's made it not look quite so plain. And then we've got him, who he's really lovely. I like him. So he's going to go straight in on the top of there. And as I say, I'm not colouring him in because he's been embossed. Yes, I could do, but to be quite honest, when it's craft, I quite like the craft cards to be fairly sort of plain. But he's rather fun. There we go. So we'll put him on here like that. And then that can go on there to just dry out a minute. This one is lovely with the, I don't think that, has that got a, it's funny, isn't it, when they're not your own things, you don't know whether it's, no, it hasn't got a, wondered if it had a pull-off sticky part on it, but I don't think it does. Couldn't really see it. I think it's just a shiny bit on both bits. So that's going to go in, and that can go in on the centre of that one. So we've then got that. Now, what are we going to do with these two? I've got these two left. And I don't know quite what I've got left in here that I could use. Because I wanted to use all the little things that were in here, but I think I've used all the little bits. So I don't think I've got these 3, which are big bits, and I've got some more paper, but I haven't got any little bits. Right, what have I got here? I've got a few sparkly things that I've got in various. Now these are like poinsettia pieces, but let's try and see if I can take a couple of these out, because these are old stickers. Again, I was given them years ago. And I don't tend to use this sort of thing, but for a Christmas tag, I think it'll work quite well. I've just got to try and get these little pieces out because they appear to be stuck in on there. Let's take that like that. Oops, oh, that's very good. I've only managed to get 3 of these. Let's see if we can rescue it. So we'll have that across there like that. Now, where was that 3rd one that's come off here? Okay, you need to come in this way. Like that. And then I just need to have another one going in the opposite direction, don't I? See if I can get it out that way. Is that the best way to get it out? Not very good with stickers, and these are quite old ones, so they don't. But you see, for tags and things, tags last about 5 seconds. You know, they go in a present. As soon as the present is opened, that's it, the tag's gone and is in the bin. So, you know, to be quite honest, I don't tend to spend a huge amount of time doing a tag, because, and I'll use all sorts of bits and bobs, because this is coming out everywhere, sticking to me like nobody's. Oh, look, that's good. That's one that's come off. Let's just take this on here. That's come off completely. That's perfect. Let's do, that was the one I was going to use that had got stuck in there, which I want to try and use that one, because to just show you, you don't have to. Now, why is that stuck in on here? I think it's stuck in underneath, isn't it? Just pull that off. There we go. Okay, that's going to be stuck to my finger, but I want this to come in so it comes like that, and then this one can just come in like that. Okay, so that looks quite pretty, doesn't it? That's not quite straight in on there, but I think, see if I can just pull this one off just a second, a bit, and I'm just going to take this so that it comes in just a little bit more into the center. That's better. And then that one can come down in like that, and then I can just put a little gem or something in on the center, and that's got that one. That's quite pretty. That worked okay on there. I'm not going to do another one of those, but I've got, what have I got on this one? I've got a Christmas tree. I think that Christmas tree might be a bit big. I've got a little one. That looks like a little one. Let's see. Now, these were, what were they? Craft Creation Gold Label Peel Off Stickers. And again, I've had these for a long time. They were given to me as well, so I've no idea how old. My goodness, they're sparkly. The bright lights on here, they're as sparkly as a sparkly thing. Right, let's see if I can just peel this one straight off. Yes, I can. Okay. So all I'm going to do is to just put, I'm going to put it down sort of lower like that and just bring it up that way. So that just comes in like that, and then there's lots of little circular, oh, here are, there's a little star. Let's put the little star on the tree. Like that. Perfect. That will do on there. I don't think I want anything more. What I could do is, hold on, I've just found some more little stickery pieces like this. Now this I think is probably the inside piece of something, but that will go as just like a little banner on the top. Let me take this off. So I'm going to put this just in on the top like that. And then I can just tear that off that way, which looks pretty. Do I put another one down at the bottom, or do I just put another one in on here? I think I might just have, it's going to have two. Would I have one up there or one down on there? One so that it comes right on the top of here. So let's just put that so that it sits there. Cross on the top. Peel that off, and I think that's probably right. By the time you've got your ribbon on, I could put a third one, but I don't think that will that sit all the way across? No, so that'll do for that. Okay, so that's the last of those. So just to do a quick recap, these are just out of all of the little bits that I had. So 2 of those, 1 of them, 1 of them. Ribbon's got to go onto it, but I'm not doing that yet. Little one like that. Little one like that. I'll probably sponge around the edges of them. And those I like the best actually, with the gold on it. That's quite pretty. Very simple, but very pretty. Might have to put a little bit more glue in on the top of there, or another dimensional or something. And then that one. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A dozen tags, really quickly and easily, just using bits and pieces. Hope it's given you a little bit of inspiration. Thank you as always for watching. Please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.